Peter Dutton gives the impression of being fundamentally conservative and has promised a suite of policies that reflect this before the next federal election. But there is one part of this delayed strategy that may well doom it to failure. While Dutton waits to reveal his true conservative agenda, people are reportedly leaving the Liberal Party in droves. Selection processes for candidates are being manipulated so that lobby groups can install factional hacks to do their bidding in Parliament, ignoring the interests of the party's rank and file. Dutton may well proffer an attractive case for election in 2025, but unless he can rely on an army of grassroots supporters to hand out how-to-vote cards on election day, he won't stand a chance. One of those disillusioned former members is Mark White, a small business owner from Sydney and typical middle-class Liberal who has been a party supporter for 50 years, and for 20 of those, a member. He served as Vice President of the Lane Cove branch and was, on a few occasions over the years, asked if he would like to try out for pre-selection. His resignation letter, submitted this week, accused the party of being dominated by factions that have leftist leanings and is now, quote, indistinguishable from the party founder Robert Menzies. Mark joins me now. Mark, welcome.
Good morning, or good evening it will be. Yes, how are you?
Well, firstly, nice taste in shirts, mate. It looks like we've been shopping at the same boutiques, but getting
maybe.
But getting to the point, I think we will agree that Australia, firstly, we will, I'm sure, agree that Australia does need a strong Liberal Party, or at least a legitimate opposition of some kind. Now, if the Liberal Party continues to diminish, Australia itself will be a lot worse off. Do you fear an Australia dominated by the Labor Party?
Yes, Fred. The nation definitely needs a large or larger centre-right party to challenge socialism in Australia and everything it stands for, because it's a failed model, basically. But the Liberal Party has been fit for purpose for that for some decades now, starting off with Sir Robert Menzies and many good leaders after that, many pretty poor leaders too, I'll say. But of recent times, it's not really fit for purpose, because the party's been infiltrated by many, we can call them leftists, socialists. They have all sorts of names these days, teals, but they're all left of centre. That's one thing for sure.
Mark, what's motivating these people?
Yeah.
I mean, the most popular theory is that they're puppets of lobby groups who are being installed to do the bidding of those lobby groups. Is that your theory about what's going on in the party? Yes,
as in the practice of business, Fred, if you can eliminate your competition, that is a fine business model to work on, and that enables you to charge more profit. Unfortunately, doesn't happen very often in the real business world. But in the political world, when you've got Labor on one side that's full of people that who are some way intertwined into the global warming movement and renewables, and then they've infiltrated their former competitor to do the same thing, one has no hope.